All right. So, going to be doing another comic review. And this one comes from my good friend, Chris. Thank you as always, brother. And today we're going to be talking about Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 3, Family Business. Arguably the best Ultimate title out there. I mean, I think we could all agree, right? That Ultimate Spider-Man is it's the crown jewel of the Ultimate Universe. Jonathan Hickman and Michael Checchetto have just been crafting a fantastic storyline, and it's been awesome. It's been a really awesome series, and I know they said Ultimate Spider-Man ends at issue 24, but I still have this feeling that I have this wild feeling that at least there's gonna I don't know, and I've talked about this before, where I don't think the Ultimate Universe is ending for good. It's just gonna be a better version of Ultimatum. That's what I'm kind of leaning on more, is that it's gonna be a better version of Ultimatum, and it's gonna be new number ones I'm sure we're gonna lose characters. I have no doubt in my mind that we're probably going to be losing some characters throughout the storyline. No doubt about that. But the main thing is that the universe is going to change. We're going to have a whole new universe to follow, Ultimate Universe to follow. Anyway, so getting back to this. So Volume 3, essentially what goes on is that we pick up where we left off in Volume 2, where Harry and Peter have been captured and brought to the Savage Land by Kraven. So those first few issues are them in the Savage Land dealing with Kraven's games, and he's figured out who they are, through torture. 2 months they've been they disappeared for 2 months. There were 2 solid months of just no Peter and Harry, and of course Gwen and MJ aren't taking it very well. And I'll get to why I think that was a bit of a problem. But anyway. But we do find more out about Gwen. We find more about a few other things. And also we have Richard coming into his own with the black suit, making him Ultimate Venom, which I'm sure most of you already know. Yeah, he is basically Ultimate Venom. I also am going to say that, is it just me, or does Richard's costume look a lot like the Spider-Man costume from the black suit from Spider-Man 3? Said it twice. My brain fizzled out there. I don't know. Is it just me? It just looks like the Spider-Man 3 costume, the black suit version. Anyway, so Richard is basically filling in for Peter while the suit's AI is programmed to be like his father. And this is where he meets Felicia, Ultimate Black Cat, and I like the back and forth between them. But if you haven't read the whole story, I'm not going to spoil how that goes. But it's very clear Richard is really taking a shine to Felicia. But yeah. I also really like how Richard is kind of coming into his own. He was always the nebbish, worried one, the one that was always kind of withdrawn. And the suit is basically making him feel bolder. It makes him feel braver. I like that. I like how it's kind of like how they retcon the suit, making you more aggressive and more changes your personality. Here it's more natural. Yeah, if you guys remember, that was never a thing in the original comics. They just kind of co-opted that from the Spider-Man 3 in the 90s cartoon. But yeah, that was never really a thing, to be honest. That was never really a thing. I really do like that. The other stuff in here, where you learn more about Gwen and the Cult of Mysterio. Yeah, Gwen is a member of a Cult of Mysterio, which in here, Mysterio's magic is actually real. And it's kind of insane because there are members here you were not expecting. You have Wesley, Kingpin's right hand. Quentin Beck is here. He is one of the 5 Mysterios. We also have Robbie Robinson. There's a whole Cult of Mysterios. There's also and their whole scheme is fascinating, because they're the world is wrong. The world is genuinely, something happened to the universe, and we're trying to fix it in our own way. We also get more about Harry and Gwen's relationship, and how unbelievably screwed up it can be. That's the really crazy part, is that this world's Harry and MJ are willing to do anything. And also the Norman Osborn AI in the Goblin suit is really just, all I can hear is Willem Dafoe's voice every time he talks. What more can I say about Michael Checchetto's artwork, right? Like, what more can I say about it other than it's perfection? Like, it is absolute, like that. It's just perfect. There's also there is another artist in here for certain issues, because I guess Checchetto couldn't do them all. David Massagna, hope I'm saying that name right. He's good, but you can clearly see the artistic shift whenever he's gone. But thankfully, Hickman's story continues to keep it strong. The one thing I didn't like about this book, it's a minor gripe, because we also get like cool stuff like Ultimate Sandman, which feels like a filler in a story arc. I will say that, though, is that the Ultimate Sandman storyline just feels like a one and done filler, and I'm like, Hickman, you said you're only doing 24 issues, so why do a filler? I get it, but anyway. The one thing I didn't like is that Peter's gone for 2 months, and then he just shows up beaten and bloody in front of Mary Jane, and she's just like, what happened to you? And he's like, we need to run. Like, we just need to run. And she's like, okay. There's no fight, there's no back and forth. Like, I figured, as much as, and I get it, MJ really loves Peter, no matter what. Like, she truly loves Peter, but I feel like that's the one thing that was kind of, if you were married to someone and they were gone for 2 months, and you were worried sick about them, and now they tell you, hey, get the kids and get your stuff, we gotta run, wouldn't you be having a little more questions and anger about that? But yeah, that was just my one thing where I was like, I feel like that was kind of the one misstep we've had. So far, though, this comic continues to be one of the best Marvel books out there. It's just what we want as Spider-Man fans, honestly. It is absolute perfection no matter what, and I cannot wait for the next volume of Ultimate Spider-Man. Even though, yeah, it's the quote-unquote end. Maybe we'll get again, who knows what happens after Ultimate Endgame? Is Peter going to die and then Richard takes over as, like, Spider-Man? Something big, like the Ultimate Universe is going to have a major shift very soon, so we will see what happens there. But yeah, all in all, Ultimate Spider-Man continues to be the best book out of the Ultimate series, and that's saying a lot. Anyway, so Chris, thank you once again, and you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 3? Do you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.